So what's going on, everybody? I just wanted to make this quick video. Um, just wanted to kind of address a couple things, respond to a few people. I've been getting a lot of comments and inboxes, text messages, phone calls, things like that. I don't have the time to get back to everybody at once. So a couple things that came to my attention, a couple people I want to kind of respond to. But again, real quick, I just want to say, look, I'm not taking any shots, any jabs at anybody. The purpose of this is to kind of inform people and you know educate and kind of shed some light on a couple things. Now, this especially has to do with a video I posted not too long ago, and I had a bunch of comments I haven't had a chance to respond to. Now, the first thing I want people to understand, obviously with the political climate right now and the upcoming election, obviously, everybody is that's all everybody's talking about, everybody's thinking about, things like that, right? So, but I want people to understand something. Don't go into an election voting blindly. You feel me? Don't just vote because that's just the status quo. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't vote for a party or a person because this, that, whatever. And don't vote because you hate somebody. You see what I'm saying? So I want y'all to understand a couple things. Now, first and foremost, I want you to understand it. For those of you that don't, all right, so you got to understand the difference between liberalism and conservatism. Okay, so in a nutshell, what conservatism is basically the belief system. All right, is the ideology of saying we're all flawed, we're all human, nobody's perfect, but you have to be accountable for all your actions. You know what I'm saying? And you have to suffer the consequences. Well, matter of fact, there are consequences, good or bad, for all your actions, right? Liberalism, on the other hand, is, what I'm saying, nothing is anyone's fault. You know what I mean? Everyone's perfect. No one makes mistakes. You're just a victim of a system that needs to be torn down, a broken system. I'm not saying any of them is right. I'm not saying any of them is wrong. All I'm saying is, what people fail to realize is, if a conservative says certain things, people deem that as racism, but it's not. It's conservatism. Understand that, because these ideologies have nothing to do with race. Okay, that's just worldwide. Okay, that's just how it works. Okay. The second thing I want people to understand is, when it comes to politics, right? Right wing, when you lean right, you're about less government control. When you lean left, you're about more government. Okay. So right-leaning government is more about every man for themselves, do your thing, mind your business, get this money. I'm going to put opportunities in your path. It's up to you to go get it. But just be a law-abiding citizen, and everything will be cool. Left wing is more about, we want control. It's all about more control. We're going to say we're going to do this for you. We're going to say do that. But at the end of the day, they're all about, they favor an oligarchy, okay? They're all about a bureaucracy. Okay, I'm gonna do another video explaining all of these things. So I want people to understand that. The thing is, a lot of people, they don't understand the difference between a democracy and a republic, right? So basically, a republic for the most part is basically the government works for the people, and it's about the best interest for the people. That's what a republic is. Okay, a democracy is more about, we only care about the people at the top. The few elite people at the top is who matters. Everyone else, we don't really care. In a nutshell, that's basically how it works. And the reality of it is, that's why you have Republicans and Democrats. That's just the reality of it. Okay? So, with that being said, the misconception a lot of people have, and I'm going to address more of this in another video, as far as the response to, obviously, the pandemic and things like that. The United States is what's called a federal constitutional republic. Okay, so I already covered republic. Okay, you already know what a constitution is. What I'm saying is, there's a difference between unitary and federal. Unitary means the president, the head of state, has total control, has total authority. Okay, federal means he has to divide the power amongst the governors, okay? So I want people to understand this, okay? So actually, first of all, when people are saying, "Oh, why are you saying someone is falling for propaganda, this, that?" Okay, I want you to understand what propaganda is. Propaganda is basically misleading information. It's not necessarily accurate information. It's information that's designed for you to follow a narrative. So what a lot of people are not understanding is the media is left wing. It's controlled overwhelmingly left wing. The education system controlled by the left. Okay, so the ideology that's going to be pushed and enforced is left wing style thinking. And that's what y'all need to understand. So understand this also. Okay, at the end of the day, right? We have to be able to think for ourselves. You can't just sit there and say, "I gotta vote this because I was told to." Okay, so you look at it like this. Okay, now, for example, I'm gonna give actually matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a quick example. In high school, right? If you went to high school with me, I don't think it was the principal. It was in the principal's best interest to be promoting Cranston West all the time. If you went to Cranston East, let's keep it real. Now, not to say nothing against anyone that attended Cranston High School West, but let's just say they were all crosstown rivals. Why are we going to be sitting there speaking highly of them all the time if they are arch nemesis, right? Just for the sake of conversation, sake of argument. You got to look at it like that. Also, this is the other problem is now I remember in high school, there was a table in the cafeteria, right? If you're coming from the gym, it was the first table all the way to the other end to the left, what we call the minority table. The problem is not all minorities think the same. Not all minorities have the same upbringing, way of thinking, personality, things like that. It just didn't make any sense. Well, it was mostly the upperclassmen, the juniors and seniors, but it doesn't make any sense because you got other tables where the jocks sit here, the goths sit there, the drama club they sit there. You feel me? But it's like, oh, we're minorities, we have to stick together. But okay, again, not to judge anybody's personal decisions, but if someone is promiscuous and they're just free spirited and whatever the case is, that's your personal choice. That's whatever. That's how you want to live. But if someone else they want to save it till marriage, you see what I'm saying? They shouldn't be forced, so to speak, to be friends because they have the same skin color, but they don't have the same personalities. They don't have the same lifestyle. They don't have the same life choices. And that's the problem that a lot of people are having. Someone shouldn't be attacked because they have a set of beliefs. I want y'all to understand, look, speaking for me personally, I've been in situations where, I was down and out, I was struggling. If y'all know me personally, y'all know like I've been through some turmoil. I've been through some difficult financial situations. But rather than, say, "Hey, can you help me out?" What I say, "Nah, I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna go start this business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna ask somebody for $50. I'm gonna try to sell somebody something for $50. Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying either is good or either is bad. What I'm saying, if that's how I am, if that's my way of thinking, if that's my belief, then that means I fall under a certain category. Feel me? So I shouldn't be obligated to vote a certain way or think a certain way because of my skin color or because I'm from a liberal state. That makes no sense, man. You have to think for yourself. Okay? Now, not even just financial situations, but I've had my heart broken. If y'all know me personally, y'all know the type of stuff I've been through. Feel me? But it's like whatever, dog. Like I don't like all these women in the past, bro. Like I'm past all that. Like I forgave you, sweetheart. Like I don't even care. I'm not gonna sit here and hold grudges and be mad and hate people. Like nah, yo, you just keep it moving, man. You just do better for yourself. That's my way of thinking. I'm not gonna hate people. I'm not gonna have grudges. I'm not gonna blame other people. I'm just gonna take a good look at myself and say, what do I need to change? That's just my way of thinking. I'm not saying anything is good or bad. All I'm saying is everyone has their own way of thinking. Everyone got their own personality. Feel me? But the most important thing I want y'all to take from this, okay? Understand what the certain party that you voting for is about. Now, you got to ask yourself, first of all, if this country is so racist, right? This country is so racist. Let's stick to that. How would a racist country, right, have a media that's part of a racist country? Why would they hate someone so bad for being racist? Shouldn't they be congratulating him? Shouldn't they be, praising him for being racist? Something ain't adding up. All they're saying is Orange Man is bad, but I thought this country was racist. Ask yourself if something ain't adding up. Something obviously ain't adding up. Ask yourself the real reason why they attack Orange Man. But old buddy boy, y'all know who I'm talking about, could say whatever he want. And it's all good. He's for us. And then I had, certain people that were saying that, a certain group of people, I'm not going to name any names, that say that they're against fascism, that they're not a real group. Okay, but the first problem is y'all saying, oh, it's an idea. First of all, if I'm dating a woman, if I'm married to a beautiful young lady, before I got married to her, I proposed to her, right? It's because of an idea I had to get on one knee and propose to her. Mr. Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook, the creator of Facebook. It was an idea at one point. So I don't even understand how y'all saying that certain things are an idea. No, it's an actual organization. But the fact that you're using idea, you're not using anything else. That just means that you're being told something. You're just taking what you're being told. Okay? And as far as the group that say that they're against fascism, to say that, oh, buddy boy, y'all know who I'm talking about, ain't got nothing to do with them. That's false. You want to know why? Because what did I say before? Left-wing ideology is about a system that's broken that needs to be torn down. So what they have to do, they have to enforce a problem. They have to promote a problem. They have to instigate a problem to say, hey, vote for me. I'm going to fix all your problems. Okay? But here's the most important part. For them to fix the problem, it defeats the purpose. Because the only thing that matters to them is your vote. The only thing that matters to them is having control. The only thing that matters to them is putting them in office so they can put more money in their pockets. It ain't about you. It never was, and it never will be. It's just like a dude, a knucklehead that's dating a woman that treats her like shit, that pardon my language, that disrespects her, that cheats on her. Boy, he say all day, baby, I love you, baby. I didn't mean it, baby. I'm going to change, baby. He's never going to do it. And what do you think happens? 5, 6, 7 years down the line, she's still wasting her time with this knucklehead. But he never has any intentions of changing. All it is convenience. It's just control. So I want you to understand the idea, the purpose of that system is not to ever change. It's to keep giving you the promise, the false hope that is going to change. But it's only to put more power, give more power to them. That's what I want y'all to understand. But you're free, again, at the end of the day, you're free to vote for who you want to vote for. But that doesn't give you the right or the authority to attack someone else for having a different way of thinking. Because at the end of the day, I don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody anything. You see what I'm saying? You got to do what's best for you, what you believe in. Okay? Because the problem I have is you have to ask yourself, when people are leaving a certain political party and they're walking away from it, first of all, there's all these movements. You got Blexit, you got Lexit, you got Walk Away, you got all this stuff. Why would, what's the deal with that? If everybody was going to a certain supermarket, everybody was shopping there, and all of a sudden people just stopped shopping there and started going to another supermarket, does that make them coons? Or maybe they found something out about that supermarket. Maybe you need to dig deep and find out what's really going on and why people are leaving that. Because I don't understand how someone is brainwashed when they doing what they're doing because they read, because they learned something, because they educated themselves, because they did research, and they decided, this doesn't work for me. Meanwhile, you, on the other hand, you're doing what you're told to do. By the same people, you got to look at it like this. The same political party that owns slaves is the same political party that is about control. So what do slave owners do? They control their slaves, right? But you're voting for the same people that controlled slaves. So ask yourself, why do they want the black vote so bad? They want the black vote, like they fight so hard for the black vote. Because they care so much about black people? If they care so much about black people, then why are black people the most oppressed people in this country? Why are black people the ones that go through the most and that complain the most? How come nothing is being done? Nothing is changing. And y'all think old buddy boy is going to actually do something about it. Let's keep it real. No one's here forever. He's at the twilight of his life. He had almost 50 years to do something, ain't never done a damn thing for you. You think now he's gonna do something? That's your whole talking point. I think he's gonna do this. I think he's gonna do that. No, but you don't understand the what he's affiliated with. The idea is to tell you they're gonna do something, but they're never really gonna do it because that takes away power from them. Because if they actually do what they say they're gonna do, now you don't need them anymore. The whole point is to make you need them. That's the whole point. That's what y'all not understanding. So again, instead of attacking people, do the research. Because again, I'm gonna say this again. Why do they care so much? They don't bother other people. You don't hear people attacking or forcing Arabs or Asians or anybody else. You have to vote this. You have to do that. Why? How come they're allowed to think for themselves, but black people can't allow to think for ourselves? Come on, ask yourself, man. Ask yourselves. Ask yourself what's really going on. And nothing ever gets done. And you really think something's is going to change now? Come on, man. Let's keep it real with ourselves, man. But at the end of the day, you're free to vote how you want. You're entitled to your own personal beliefs, your own set of ideologies, and all of that. But that does not give you the right to bash other people and attack other people because of their beliefs, because of what's important to them, what matters to them. Just all I gotta say is, look, last thing I gotta say, stop following the media. Because the media, their job is not to inform you. Their job is to get you to conform. Okay? Understand, I'm gonna say that again. The media's job is to get you to conform, not to inform you. So I advise people, just do the extensive research for yourself and see what works for you. You're entitled. You want to vote left, vote right, whatever. You're more than welcome to vote however you want. But that does not mean you have to bash people. You don't have to lose friends because of your personal beliefs. That makes no sense. You shouldn't harass people. You shouldn't belittle people, things like that. Do what's best for you, what works for you. Okay? And at the end of the day, with all due respect for people that are saying, what are your sources? What are your sources? Now, you talking to somebody, okay, to be quite frank, you're talking to somebody that's been involved with media for well over a decade, okay? I got my own production company. I know how it works. I was in LA for some time. You're talking to someone who has worked for the government, okay? You're talking to someone that has done extensive research since childhood on stuff like this. When it comes to socioeconomics, anthropology, geopolitics, political science, things like that. But that's how good the media is, though. They still know how to get you. Feel me? Even with the knowledge that I've always had and the researching that I've done, I was still, they were still able to get me. So I want y'all to understand, I'm going to leave this for another video because this is long. Understand what's really going on. Do the research of what this is really about and what's really going on. And I'm going to explain that in another video. So again, much love to all of y'all. No hard feelings, no love lost. But y'all really just do the research before you attack somebody or ask somebody, yo, what's up? What's really good? What made you decide to do that instead of attacking them? Because you're not obligated. There's no law written anywhere that says you're supposed to vote a certain way. You're supposed to think a certain way. Point blank, period. Again, one love. If you got any more questions, give me a call, inbox me, whatever. But no more attacking, no more bashing, bro. Because enough is enough. It's not necessary, people. It's not necessary. Know what's really going on. Educate yourself. Do the research. I'm out.